So we're trying to factor number 2. Number 2 has 1 term, 2 terms, 3 terms. We call that a trinomial. It's to the second power. That's a quadratic. And the first number out here is a 1. So the process is you take this 42 and we're going to make something called a factor x. And the 42 goes on top. And then the number in the middle, the 13, it goes on bottom. So we're trying to find two numbers that multiply to 42 but add the 13. And if you're really good with multiplication tables, it doesn't take too long. But we could just start. Maybe you don't recognize that first. 1 times 42 is 42. But 1 plus 42, if you add them, you get 43. And then you might say, okay, that didn't work. So what about 2 and 21? If you add those, you get 23. We're getting closer to 13. 3 times 15 is 45. 3 times 14 is 42. When you add those, you get 17. I'm getting closer. And then 4. Does 42 go into 4? 4 times 10 is 40, so no. So 4 doesn't work. 5 doesn't go into 42. But 6 does. 6 times 7 is 42. You add those, and you get 13. So the numbers I'm going to pick are 6 and 7. So I'm going to put 6 here and 7 here. Now what that means is this factors into x plus 6. So we got x and x, because x times x is x squared. And then we found that the numbers that go here are plus 6 and plus 7. So we call this factored form. Now how can I check my work? And we're going to learn about this later. If the factor is x plus 6, that means the solution is negative 6. And if the factor is x plus 7, the solution is at negative 7. So you don't have to graph yet, but if you do graph to check your work, over here at negative 6 and at negative 7, it should come down, cross negative 7, and come back up at negative 6, just to check your work. It's always the opposite of these numbers. So if I went to Desmos, I would see it looks kind of like this. So that's one way to check my work. Another way to check my work is I take x times x, I get x squared. 6 times 7, I get 42. And then to check the middle term, I'd have 6x and I'd have 7x. If you take 6x plus 7x, you get 13x.